Welcome to the tutorial on best practices to increase accessibility when converting Word documents to Adobe PDF files. The topics for this tutorial include the use of heading styles, formatting for text and paragraphs, the need for supplying alternative text for images, and the required PDF Maker conversion settings. One of the critical features in Microsoft Word that you're going to want to take advantage of is the use of heading styles. You do not want to format headings manually by making the text bigger or bolder. Instead, you should use heading styles. You can modify the heading styles to make them look the way you want them to, and you want to make sure that you keep the headings in a logical order. You do not want to skip heading levels even if you prefer the appearance of heading 3 to what a heading 2 looks like. Instead, you should customize the heading style appearance. For instance, in this document, manual formatting would involve selecting the text, making it bold, and making it bigger, and centering it. Instead, go to the Styles area in Word 2007 and choose the desired heading style. If you don't like the way that heading style looks, you might be able to select a different theme, or you can customize the heading style to be that which you want. The reason why you want to use heading styles is that this will give you a good structure to your document and will make it easier for people who are using screen reading software. By not skipping headings, this means that this next level heading should be a heading 2 instead of going on to heading 3 or heading 4. I should use heading 2, and again, if I don't like its appearance, I can go in and modify. So in this sample document, I have heading 1s, and then I have heading 2s, and then I have heading 3s. Now some more about formatting the text. Adobe.com recommends that you make your normal text 12 points. You want to avoid or minimize the use of floating text boxes, and only press the Enter key once after each paragraph, and use paragraph formatting to control how much white space you see between the paragraphs. When you want to create a list, use one of the built-in list formatting items, and you do not want to manually insert numbers or bullets to get something that looks like a list. Likewise, when you want to create a table, you should use the built-in table feature, but you do not want to use tables to get the appearance of 2 columns. Instead, you should use the column formatting feature. So back to my little sample document. If I show codes behind the scenes, we see here that I have hit the Enter key twice between each paragraph, and you want to avoid doing that. If you want more white space between your paragraphs, in 2007, bring up the paragraph format box and increase how much white space you have between your paragraphs. Instead of numbering the list manually, select the list of items, and if you want a bulleted list, use that. If you want a numbered list, use that. The table feature is under the Insert tab, and you can insert a table. However, as we said earlier, we don't want to use a table to do 2 columns. Instead, you should go to the Page Layout tab and the Columns item under Page Setup and set up your columns that way. And the last thing you want to avoid is the use of floating text boxes. Those are found under the Insert menu and a text box. Sometimes you really do need to use one, but you want to minimize the use of these because they are kind of free floating and it's difficult for the text to be included in the structure of the document. Text that has been tagged with heading styles, lists that are in list styles, those have good structure to them and make it easier once the document is created to PDF. One of the critical things that you want to do in your Word document is including alternative text for any images. The reason why you want to do this in the Word document is that you might want to edit the Word document and recreate the PDF file multiple times in the future. If you just did the alternative text in the PDF file, you would have to repeat that every single time you newly converted it. By setting this feature up in Word, it will automatically transfer over when you convert the Word document to PDF. So to see an example of that, I'll right-click on the image and choose Size, and then Alt Text, and then type text that you want. Another feature that you're going to want to pay attention to is the PDF Maker. PDF Maker is the way that you want to turn your Word document into a PDF file. You do not want to just do File and Printing to PDF. The PDF Maker macro will retain all of these special features that you've been doing in Word and turn them into the equivalent Adobe PDF features. It will also turn your heading styles into the tagging that your PDF document needs. In 2007, you want to establish your settings first, so click on the Acrobat tab, click on Preferences, and notice here you want to enable the accessibility and reflow with tagged Adobe PDF. Under the Security tab, if you are restricting the editing, make sure that the box is checked for enabling text access for screen readers. Then the final step, you want to convert the Word document to PDF. And you can do this under the Acrobat tab with the Create PDF button. And this takes a little bit longer to create a PDF file than if you were doing it with File Print, because it has to convert all the underlying structure and all the features to the equivalent PDF features. When you're done, you'll have a PDF file that looks like your Word document. All the heading styles have been converted to bookmarks. Under the document properties, there will be information from the Word document brought in there. And if we were to check this PDF document for accessibility, it would meet a lot of our criteria. If you want to learn more about creating more accessible PDF files, you want to go to www.adobe.com/accessibility, and it gives you a lot more details about the information that I've provided in this tutorial.